Hello everyone, my name is Satvik and today I will be presenting the results of my analysis using JASP. So the main goal of this assignment was to explore the relationship between the different school level variables and academic performance, especially using the variable API 00, which represents school performance on a standardized test. In this part of the analysis, I focused on understanding how teacher credentializing represented by the variable full, which measures the percentage of fully credentialed teachers related to student performance. I used correlation analysis and generated a correlation plot using JASP. While going to this, explaining the purpose of the analysis. So the purpose of this analysis is to understand whether having a higher presentation percentage of fully credentialed teachers is associated with highly academic performance among students. So this is important because uh, school districts often try to improve students' achievement by improving teachers' quality. By analyzing these two variables, we can statistically test whether better teacher preparation is linked to better understanding academic results. To study that, I used a Pearson correlation, which is a statistical method to measure the direction and strength of the linear relationship between the two continuous variables. So, while going into the topic, firstly, we need to understand the variables. So before I go to into the results, I want to explain these variables, which variables are used in this. So here we used API 00 and full variables in this. So what is API 00? This represents the school's academic performance index score in the year 2000. So higher values mean better school performance. So that means the API 00. So coming to the full, this shows the percentage of teachers in the school who have full professional teaching credentials. So both variables are numerical. So Pearson correlation is correct statistical method to use. Presenting the correlation results. So now let's look into the results. Uh, the correlation coefficient between API 00 and full is 0.574 and p-value is less than 0.001. A correlation of 5.74 indicates a moderately strong positive relationship, and this means when the percentage of fully credentialed teachers increases, the school's academic performance also tends to increase. The p-value is less than 0.01, so which means the result is statistically significant, and it is extremely unlikely that is strong positive relationship happened by chance. So there is very good evidence that schools with more fully credentialed teachers perform better academically. So JASP also generated a correlation plot. This plot visually shows a clear upward trend. When the full variable goes up, the API 00 value also goes up, which confirms the positive correlation shown in the numerical results. So this is the correlation plot we which is between the API 00 and full. So coming to the interpretation and why this matter. So uh, what does this means in practical terms? So this result suggests that the quality of teaching staff plays an important role in the student outcomes. Fully credentialed teachers generally have stronger training, better preparation, and are more equipped to handle classroom challenges. A positive correlation of 0.574 shows that schools with a higher proportion of these well-prepared teachers tends to have significantly better students of performance. This kind of analysis is very valuable for policymakers, school administrators, and district leaders because it helps them understand whether to invest resource. So if improving teacher qualification correlation strongly with academic improvement, then investing in teacher training and certification can be a highly effective strategy. So coming into the limitations of correlation, it is important to mention that correlation does not prove caution. Even though the relationship is strong, correlation alone cannot tell whether having more credentialed teachers directly cause higher student performance. So there may be other factors involved, such as school funding and parental involvement or other demographics. So, however, the correlation is very useful tool because it helps us identifying promising relationships that can be explored further using more complex models. So, coming into the conclusion, I analyzed the relationship between the academic performance, API 00, and teacher credentials using full variable using Pearson correlations. And this analysis shows a strong positive and statistically significant correlation of R is equals to 0.574. This indicates that schools with more fully credentialed teachers tends to perform better academically, and these findings support the idea that teacher quality is an important predictor of student success, while correlation does not have any proof caution causation. It gives us variable insight into patterns that matter for improving students. So thank you for listening, and happy to answer any questions. Thank you.